This is Mr. Packham. If you didn't make it to back to school night, I just recorded this for you just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on in our classroom. Just to give you a real brief overview of me, I've been teaching for 3 years, and I've been teaching 4th grade for 3 years, 7 years of 2nd grade, 6 years of special ed, and a total of 13 years at Whittier. I have a master's degree in technology from Azusa Pacific, as well as my multiple subject, which I received from SUU. So anyway, if the ways to get in contact with me, if you need to talk to me, is first of all, you can email me. You have my website, my email right here, or you can also text message me. In order to send me a text message, you have to opt into my messaging service, and you do that by sending a text message to the phone number here, 818-962-4489, and make sure that in the body of the message you type in @Packham, and then it will send you a message back and ask you for your child's name. That way I can know who's texting me. So those are the best ways to get a hold of me. Actually, the texting would be probably the preferred way. As far as our schedule goes this year, we start at 8 o'clock. We typically do language arts first thing in the morning. With the exception of Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have PE first thing in the morning. Then we do language arts. We have our walk to learn on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Our recess is at 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to send a snack to school for your child, that would be a great time for them to eat their snack. It is important that your child's here on time every day because we do start right at 8 o'clock on the days that we're not at PE. We start right off doing our language arts, so we don't want them to miss any of that important information. Lunch is at 11:50, and then after lunch we typically work on writing, science, social studies, and then of course school's out at 2:10. Don't forget that on Fridays school gets out at 1:10. Okay, as far as the absence policy, if your child's absent, please send a note the next day or call the office, or you can even send an email to the office. There's the email address down there at the bottom, cender@the Hemet Unified address. But as far as the attendance goal for the year, we have a 96% goal that we've set, and the only way we're going to get there is if we are having good attendance. So of course, if your child's sick, we want them to stay home and get feeling better, but if all possible, please get them to school. The perfect attendance policy means that there are 0 absences and no more than 3 tardies. That is for the big award that goes out at the end of the year. We also have an outstanding attendance award that means that they have less than 3 absences and less than 3 tardies in the year, and then they'll get the outstanding attendance award at the end of the year. Our language arts this year is we are using the Common Core, and Common Core it's a curriculum that is spread out throughout the country. Most states have adopted Common Core, and it involves a lot more hands-on group type work where the kids are focusing on different modalities and increasing their learning that way. We are still using Open Court for a good chunk of our curriculum, but the district has developed what's called a rigorous curriculum that goes in 6-week units, and they focus on working on specific tasks throughout that time. And so far it's worked out pretty good. But that's what we're doing as far as language arts. We do have a spelling test on Mondays. I will give the pre-test in class and we'll correct it. So that should come home on Monday night. Please focus on the words that they missed and practice that for 2 or 3 minutes every night so that we can do well on the Friday spelling test. I do try to give them a little bit of extra spelling practice time in class, but again, we are limited on time, so that can be tricky sometimes. I do send home a fluency page every week. On Monday, you'll see a fluency page come home, and what you need to do is set a 1-minute timer and have them practice reading it for 1 minute. And when the timer goes off, write down their score, and then you're going to read over the same thing the next night, or they're going to read it to you. And again, we're focusing on what we call RAP rate, accuracy, and prosody. So speed is good, but only if they're reading the words accurately and they're able to put the right tone into their voice. So if your child's practicing their fluency with you and they're just speed reading through it and they have no idea what they're reading, you need to have them slow down and have them focus on rate, accuracy, and prosody. Okay, so again, that fluency should come home every Monday. And the fluency page will look like this. It'll just be a page with a passage on it. The words are numbered on the side, and then you'll have a spot on the left here where you can sign your signature and how many words they've got. So again, that's a 1-minute timing. Okay, AR, Accelerated Reader. AR is a program that the students, they pick a book at their level from the library, and they're expected to read that AR book and take a comprehension test on it. That comprehension test will count as a portion of their comprehension grade in class, so I do expect them to be reading their books. There will be a reading log that comes home every night, and they should be bringing their AR book home with them every night. I'm expecting 20 to 30 minutes of reading every night, and they can also read those books in class. So please make sure their AR book comes back and forth from school to home every day. They're practicing at home, they're practicing it at school, and when they finish it, they will take an AR comprehension test in class that will measure their comprehension of what they've read. Now, there's a way that you can set up Accelerated Reader to where you can keep track of what they're doing, and if you would like your login information for that, please send me an email or send me a text and I will send you that information. But the system's pretty cool. It will email you every time they take a test and give you the results of that test. So it's a good way for you to keep track of how your child's doing in AR. As far as our reading homework, every night I would like them to read their AR book 20 to 30 minutes, 5 days a week. Please sign that log. I know sometimes things come up and you're not able to get the log signed or the reading done. You are more than welcome to double up and make it up the rest of the week. I will collect the reading logs on Friday. So again, if you miss a day, just make it up throughout the remainder of the week and get that turned into me on Friday. They do have blue homework folders that will come back and forth every day, and so you can keep their reading log in that homework folder. Please check that homework folder every day because sometimes kids tend to pile up work in there. If it's got a red check on it or it's got a grade on it, please keep it at home. It does not need to come back to school. The only thing that needs to come back every day is their nightly homework, their reading log, and their fluency page. Everything else you can keep at home. Okay. I do have a website. It's mrpackham.com. I update it every day. So if homework changes throughout the week, from what the homework log says on Monday, I do send home a tentative schedule on Monday, but sometimes that changes throughout the week due to unforeseen circumstances. And if it does, I typically send out a group text, and I will update my website. So if you have not opted into the texting, please do so. It's a great way to keep in contact. But again, mrpackham.com is updated regularly. As far as math goes, our math program is Envision, and sorry about that. Okay, our math program is Envision, and there should be homework almost every day from Envision. We're really focusing on facts this year also. So if you have flashcards at home, you can practice that. There's also a program I'll show you in a minute that you can do online that will help your child with their facts also. But there should be a homework coming home every day for Envision unless we have a test, and then I will let you know whether or not they are off the hook for that day. Sometimes the homework can be tricky for us parents, and so what I do is I do record a YouTube video almost every night, including the homework, where I do 3 or 4 of the problems for them. Again, if you go to mrpackham.com, you can get the links to those videos, and a lot of kids find that extremely helpful. Okay. As far as online, we have several online resources that you can utilize. The first one is Gigi. Again, if you go to mrpackham.com and click on online resources, you can find the instructions on how to set up your computer at home for Gigi. your child already knows their picture password. Okay, we also have Compass. Here's the website to get to Compass. Just make sure that for school you type in HWHIT. And again, your child already knows their password for Compass. Okay, InGrade is my online grade book. If you have the ability to check your child's grades regularly, the second I input it into my grade book, you have access to it. So if you need more information on how to access that, send me an email or a text and I will send you the access codes. Your child also has their own password that they can log in, and you can see their information through your child's username. Okay. Again, here's mrpackham.com. There's a lot of information on there that should be helpful to you. Please check it out. And then there's a new website called extramath.org. Again, I have a form that I can send you that has your child's PIN number so that they can log into this website. And this is the one where they get extra fact practice. So this is a big help. Okay. Parent Conference Week. If you're watching this video prior to October 21st, Parent Conference Week is coming up. Please send me your schedule. This year we have 2 report cards and 2 progress reports. It's a little bit different than last year. So you can go to my website and you can look at the calendar for that, and here are the dates. The report cards are blue, progress reports are white. You can write those down. As far as our classroom goes, bathroom passes. I try to teach the students that recess is potty time, not class time. So if it's a habitual problem of them asking to go use the restroom, then I will typically start having them change colors in order to have that privilege. So of course the last thing I want to do is have a child have an accident in class, so I never tell a child they can't go to the bathroom, but there are consequences if they become a habit. Okay, the behavior program in my class, I use a color system. I give out blue slips for rewards, and if a child has to move the opposite direction, they get a warning. Then they get a second warning where they have to sign a behavior book. Then they receive a timeout where they have to fill out a rethink letter, and that will come home and you'll have to sign it. Typically when they get to this point, I'll send you a text or I'll make a phone call home. And then the last step is a violation, where a violation is filled out and sent to the office. And if they have 4 violations, then it's an automatic trip to the principal. Okay, just a few little pointers. Please send your child to school with a water bottle, preferably with the pop top on the top. I do have a water jug that they can refill in class if they need to, but it's very hot here and I don't have a drinking fountain in class, so please send them with a water bottle. Pencil sharpeners, they can bring them as long as they have a case. If you have, that's the end of this video, so if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email or sign up for the text messaging, and I look forward to working with you this year. Thanks.